Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're doing a Let's Play Project Cars 3 VR, a game released back on the Steam store in 2020. And the reason I'm doing a video now is because it's actually going to be delisted from the Steam store in about 24 hours. So this would be your last chance to get this game in VR. Unfortunately, you are going to have to pay full price, so it's kind of expensive, but I do recommend it. And the reason is because it's actually one of the better VR experiences. It's a very good, solid racing game. I would say it's not to the quality of Forza Horizon. I definitely would say it's a simcade. But the reason that I do recommend it is because it runs pretty well. It does have wheel support as well. And just depending on your graphic settings, I could easily get 90 frames per second. But I did increase the graphics for my RTX 3080. I increased the visuals to make it look better. Increased super sampling. So sometimes I'm getting 90 frames per second, but sometimes I'm getting 90 frames per second reprojected. So basically 45 frames per second. But for the most part, it runs pretty well. And like I said, this is a simcade. So not the most realistic, as you can probably tell. I do have this on novice difficulty, so it probably looks even more unrealistic than usual. It is a challenging game, especially if you're not used to this type of racing game. I'll be honest, I hadn't played Project Cars 3 until I heard about this being delisted from the Steam store. And I thought it'd be a perfect time to play Project Cars 3 and get into it. And I'm delighted by the VR experience. I think the visuals look really good. Even though this is from 2020, it looks better than most VR racing games still.
You're on the final lap. Keep your focus.
Obviously, this is nighttime driving, and I think this looks pretty excellent, I can see clearly. The visuals, in my opinion, look great. I am getting 90 frames reprojected though, because like I said, I did increase the visuals because I wanted to get the best possible visuals. You might decide to down tune the game just depending on your rig to get a steady 90 frames per second. But I was getting steady 90 frames per second earlier when I had it on lower graphical settings.
That was a masterful piece of driving. Great job.
Again, this is novice difficulty because I'm just basically playing the game for the first time today. I've been playing, I want to say for 2 hours, maybe? Less than that, probably. Definitely over an hour, though. And I'm still getting used to the game. That's why I have it on novice difficulty. But I might increase the difficulty to a higher one, now that I'm starting to win more often. But, yeah, I mean, the thing that really separates this game, like I said, is that the clean visuals. Like, it looks good, it runs good, and that's rare for a VR racing game. And like I said, this will be your last chance. I guess the reason it's being delisted is because I think it's Project Gotham Racing is being released. And so because of that new title, they're delisting Project Cars 3. But I think as a VR experience, I think this is great. I don't believe Project Gotham Racing is going to have VR, so I think this racing VR experience is very unique. And let's keep racing. So let's go back. And what are we going to do next? The home run race. Win the race. Draft opponents for 5 seconds. Master 7 corners. All right, we're going to do the home run. Like I said, it does have wheel support with force feedback. Some people have complained about the force feedback not being real good. I guess that'll depend on which wheel that you have. As far as VR complaints, I've seen some people complain that some of the replay cameras don't render in VR very well. I don't really use the replay feature that much. I mean, I like to race. I don't really like to watch old footage of me racing. But, if you like that, just keep in mind, apparently some of the camera angles. And now we get to see some of the rain. So we get to see how this looks with the rain particles and what the feel. Like I said, I've been able to get steady 90 frames per second, but now that I've increased the visuals, I'm getting 45 frames per second, 90 frames per second reprojected. And you can see that, it's very much a simcade, not a sim racing game.
Okay, great driving. That's P3.
Messed that one up. I'm still trying to get used to this game. Ooh, that's terrible. Ooh, let's replay. So the one thing I don't like is, like, for a novice like me, I like to be able to, basically replay a section. Instead, you have to replay the whole race. I don't see any option to what's going on here. Oh, yes, we want to end the replay. Sorry, not replay, restart. Why am I placing... but the replay does work. It's just some of the camera angles don't work. There's different views, but I like the behind-the-wheel view. And even the mirrors are pretty good. This is low-quality mirrors, but to me, the mirrors look fine. And like I said, you can look all around. But obviously with the vehicle collisions, you can tell it's, very much on the arcade side, at least at the novice difficulty. I can't say with a higher difficulty if the collisions will be more realistic, because I've only been on novice, because as you can tell, I need all the help I can get. Not gonna lie. Oh, no. Okay, I was doing so well until that one turn has gotten me twice, I believe. I was doing so well too. So you can see it's getting... Now, if you don't like the HUD, you can change the HUD. The one thing I did not like at all for VR was the head gaze. So I turned off the gaze selection off. You might want to consider doing the same. I mean, if you're using a wheel, you might want to have the head gaze on to make it a little bit easier to select items. But since I'm using a gamepad, I find using the gamepad easier to select from the menu. But I just had head gaze in general, so to me, head gaze is awful.
Good job, that's P2. Keep it up.
I think the rain looks really good, in my opinion. We're going to overtake this person here and try to drift off this other person. Ah, no. Well, that wasn't so awful, so we're going to keep going. Yeah, the rain is really messing me up. I'm getting used to... This is the first time for me driving in the rain. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now I just need to drive a clean race. I don't know if I can do it.
Now push it all the way to the checkered flag and don't give anyone behind any chances.
Yeah, I'm going to do my best, man. I'm going to do my best. This... You know, I'm not doing that bad considering that this is my first time racing in the rain. I think I'm doing pretty well. There we go. There we go. There we go. I don't know. I think this is an excellent racer for VR. I mean, I don't know what more you can ask for on my RTX 3. Ooh, I messed that one up. They're right on my tail. They're right on my tail. I think we're gonna win, but they're right on my tail. They could literally overtake me if I'm not careful. I think we won. I think we won. So yeah, I definitely need the novice racing level because I'm just not very good.
Won the race. Fantastic drive.
Yeah, barely. I barely won on the novice difficulty. There we go. At least we got all 3 objectives, right? All right, let's do one more. If I do have one complaint, you know, especially comparing this to Forza Horizon, is that, you know, unlocking new cars is a pretty slow process. I got one car, but I can't use it because I'm not able to unlock whatever races it's good for. I can't even tell. So, you know, unlike Forza Horizon, which, you know, you're just unlocking stuff left and right, and you can do any type of race that you want, and you know, you can go anywhere. You're more limited here. It's more linear, and just, you know, getting to the new cool stuff, you know, takes a little bit longer, but it's all right. You know, you get used to your car. It's probably a better system in the long term because you get used to your car and, you know, the way it handles and all that, you know, versus just jumping from car to car to car to car. But yeah, as you can see here, I have the, let me show you because I want to show the other car. Wait, why it's not showing on my garage? Wait, where is it? Class. It's not, for whatever reason, it's not showing. I'm not sure why. Okay, it doesn't matter. Let's do one more race. You know what? It might not be showing because we're stuck to the... Yeah, it's not showing because we're stuck to the career. That's why. There it is. I would love to race my 2012 Formula Rookie vehicle. I want to race it, but I can't. There's nothing. You see, let me get in the car to show you. So, you know, I bought this car, right? I want to race it, but I go to career. I can't. There's nothing. There's no way for me to unlock anything where I would be able to use it. And what is it? What kind of vehicle? Where would I put it? I guess maybe one of the invitationals, maybe? It says it's locked, though, so I can't. It costs $10,000. Using cars from Italy. But, I mean, I don't even think my vehicle qualifies. Let me just do a quick race. So rather than doing... Let's do a custom event.
Set up a race anywhere, anytime, and in any conditions with the rules.
Okay, so we're going to do Formula R. So, as you saw, Formula R was not in the career for whatever reason. I don't know why. But that's what I want. Let's change the track. So we can do Long Beach, Linden Hill, Mojave, Monument Canyon. Let's do Long Beach. That looks like the most interesting track. All right, so yeah, let's just race. I want to do Formula R. Hey, I bought the vehicle, right? Why can't I race it in a career? All right, so this will be the last race that we do. But like I said, you have about 24 hours to buy this game or forever hold your peace. You know, obviously there will be some third-party markets, but you know the way that goes. Right now, it's probably the lowest price you can get it because it's just going to go higher each day after it delists from the Steam store. So that's only going to get more expensive if you can find a key. But yeah, doesn't this look great in VR? Wow. All right. Whoa, I like this. This is fun. Whoa. And like I said, I think the visuals look good. Like I said, I pushed the visuals to probably the max of what my RTX 3080 can handle. But right now I'm getting steady 90 frames per second, believe it or not. Yeah, so like I said, I'm getting... Ooh, that was... Ooh. This is definitely novice difficulty. But, you know, I'm a novice. Like I said, I just started playing this game today, so forgive me for that. I'm not here trying to pretend I'm the world's best driver. But, yeah, this is pretty fun. Not gonna lie, this is exactly what I wanted. This is a lot of fun here. Formula Rookie Racing, that's where it's at for me. Oh, come on. Whoa. I think I was getting tapped from behind. Something happened where my rear wheels were just not gaining traction with the track. So I lost a little bit of ground from that. I think I was bumped from behind. I think that's what happened, but I'm not 100% sure. I'm also a pretty bad driver, so. But I'm having fun. Novice is not... maybe I should have done Rookie. So there's actually driving below Novice, Rookie. Now I do notice some visual glitches there with the Port of Long Beach sign and the sun hitting it. I noticed some visual glitches. I don't know if you can see that in the desktop view. Oh, whoa. Okay, so we have to restart, man. We have to restart. That was terrible. Like I said, I do wish there was some replay where you could just replay the section where you messed up. Maybe that's available with the beginner. I don't know. That should be available for novices. All right, let's go. Let's go. That'll be the last restart that we do. We're just going to accept the consequences of whatever happens from this point forward. But yeah, I mean, if you can afford it, I highly recommend getting Project Cars 3. It's going to be delisted. This will be your last chance. And to me, it's one of the better VR racing experiences. So you want to get it, in my opinion, if you can afford it. It's going to be pretty expensive, though. Luckily, I got this game on a sale. I forgot how much I paid for it, but I know I didn't pay that much for it. But I did buy it probably back in... Probably not in 2020, but probably in 2021. More than likely. Oh, whoa. That was... Okay, I need to learn how to drive the Formula R. Apparently, I don't know how to corner with it. Oh, they're right behind me. They are right behind me. Oh no. I'm not doing too good. But I'm just gonna accept the consequences of whoo, like my rear tires kind of lose traction. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I need to figure it out. But obviously, it's user error on my part. And like I said, here's where I noticed a visual glitch on the Port of Long Beach sign. Oh, by the way, just so you guys... Oh, no. I messed up twice here. This is the part where I messed up last time, too. But just so you know, this does have the Oculus SDK. So that helps it run. And like I said, I've been getting mostly 90 frames per second. A couple of drop frames, but mostly 90 frames per second, which is a lot better than the other. It doesn't surprise me because the other two had the nighttime and the rain, and I think that dropped down the, made it reproject from a 90. No. Oh man, I'm so terrible. I need to pay better attention to those guideposts. Yeah, that was much better, but man, it is tricky. These Formula R cars are definitely a lot more challenging than the, I guess it was a Class E vehicle that I started off with, which they start, and probably for good reason. Because if you don't, oh man, I'm really struggling now. I'm in last place and no chance to catch up because I'm terrible. This is novice difficulty too, so just imagine. I need to get used to the Formula R racing. It's a lot different than the other vehicle. So that's one thing I do like about this game is the different vehicles do feel different. They handle differently, and you gotta have a different plan of attack for those corners, depending on obviously speed, the vehicle, the track, all that, weather, all that. So it's a learning experience for me. Obviously, that wasn't good, but it was definitely a lot better than my prior attempts. So, oh no, I'm terrible. Okay, all right. Like I said, I just started racing today. That's my excuse. That I just started today. All right, Rome wasn't built in one day, and my driving, could be better. No excuses. It's just, I'm learning. That no excuses, but I'm learning. And yes, I bought the game back in 2021 or whatever, and this is my first time playing it. Yes, correct. Which is a shame because, like I said, so far my experience is pretty positive. It's actually very positive. I really like this game. It's like I said, it's not quite on the level of Forza Horizon as far as the game modes, the progression, even the race feel. This does feel very much on the arcade versus sim side. It definitely feels more arcade. I will say it feels a little bit more arcade than Forza Horizon, but just a little bit more. But
Solid performance there. You kept the pressure on. Great stuff.
But keep in mind, I'm playing it on novice difficulty. If I played it on a higher difficulty, I might have a different opinion. So, plus I played Forza Horizon for a lot more hours, so it's kind of unfair to compare them at this point. All I can say is that, look, I was getting mostly 90 frames per second while racing on the F1 Racer. With the other two races, I was getting mostly 90 frames per second reprojected, 45 frames per second. But again, that was probably due to the weather effects. So, yeah, like I said, I'm pushing the edge of what my RTX 3080 can handle. I did bump up the graphics to mostly medium, where it started off at mostly low. And so that made the frame rates not as stable as they were, before I changed it. But I definitely love the visuals. It looks really good. And so I do recommend this game. Obviously, I'm not going to rate it because I haven't played it long enough. All I can say is that I really enjoyed it. I think the VR experience is very, very good. And like I said, it does have wheel support as well with force feedback. But you might want to look up on the Steam discussion forum what different people say about the different wheels. Some people, like I said, have complained the force feedback wasn't enough, although there is a setting to modify it. So I don't know if those people looked into that or not. But anyways, this has been my farewell to Project Cars VR. This is your last chance to get it. You have 24 more hours. I strongly suggest that if you're interested in all, to go buy this. Got to pay full price. But, what can I say? That's what you get for waiting so long. But if you love VR, this game is a must-buy, in my opinion, from what I played so far. Like I said, it looks good. It runs good. That's a lot better than a lot of the recent VR racers that have come out. And, who knows when we'll get another good VR game with full VR support. Obviously, with UEVR, it's kind of changed the formula a little bit. But even then, I would say, a game with native VR, especially with the Oculus SDK, you're going to get better performance than you'll probably get with UEVR. So I think this makes it a must get, and I strongly recommend you go get it. 24 hours is all you have. Go get it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.